Alright guys, Chris here, little dude, average outdoor guys. We're gonna go out here and start finding some wood, make some charcoal. It's that time of the year where it starts getting a little colder outside. And you always wanna be thinking about what's your next fire, how are you gonna do that, how are you gonna make it. So we're headed out into the woods, gonna see if we can find some wood that's just at that right stage of decaying where it's kind of spongy looking. And we're gonna build a fire and turn that into some charcoal. So we are lucky enough to have woods right in our backyard that we can go explore and play around in. So we're out here today, we're looking for that wood from a tree that's fallen down and the wood's just starting to rot. I think I spotted a tree right over there. We're gonna go see if we can find some of that good punk wood. This is a tree that died and blew over in a storm last year. And so it's been laying here on the ground now for probably 8 months or so. And we're gonna see if we can't harvest some wood off of it to make charcoal out of. This was a pine tree. I'm not sure if it was a white or red pine, but got struck by lightning. Started to topple over, so we cut it down and let it lay here. Let's see what we can find out. Here we go. Now we're into it. Oh, look at this. This just coming off in big pieces. Like that. It's too dry. Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
This stuff's good and dry. You may be able to just strike it. So there you can see we've got a pretty good ember going. So there's another good use for these pines when they've fallen down like this. This dry stuff, you can just rake it off and use it as tinder. You drop that into your bird nest tinder bundle or something, you'll have a good fire in no time. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
So we're just gonna put these coals out and build us a fire here in a second somewhere else. Drop these down here in this mud. We're gonna go back to the campsite. let's gather up some firewood and get us a fire built and start this charcoal. Alright guys, so we couldn't find my favorite, which is dead grass, to build my tinder ball out of. So I got some leaves, and I've taken some of the dried pine that we took to make charcoal, and we're going to see if we can get it to strike. We're trying. Alright, so let's talk about the process of making charcoal. What we do is we take these cans. We use coffee cans. That's what we have around. They're metal. These are from some espresso we bought a couple of years ago. This one's from some Jack Daniel's coffee. We've already burned it a couple of times. You take these chunks of that dry, rotted wood that's kind of spongy. You put them down inside these cans. What happens is when you put these cans in the fire, that fire burns up all of the oxygen inside the can. It catches the wood on fire. The wood burns out and then it's just reduced back to carbon. So you need the cans because the cans close up and help burn that oxygen out. Once that oxygen's burned out, then the wood turns into coal. Got an extra can. And guys, that is it right there. What you do now is you just let this burn down, just like if you were going to cook on it. So while you're getting your fire ready to cook on, you can be preparing for your next fire. Let us introduce Leo the dog. He enjoys being outside with us just as much as we enjoy being outside. What do you do when you build a campfire? Roast marshmallows, of course. What do you got, Logan?
Marshmallows, they're roasted.
Perfectly roasted. Let's see your hands.
No.
Guys, you can see here the coals are burning down pretty good. Anytime during here, I mean, they've been on long enough now that that wood is probably pretty well reduced. What you do now is you just pull them out of the fire, set them somewhere safe. They're very hot, so you want to use something to grab them. But you set them somewhere safe and let them cool. When they're cool to the touch, you got charcoal inside.
Just like kind of put them out, like right in the dirt, but it might catch.
Yeah, see, it's glowing. It's so hot. So it would catch something on fire if it touched it.
So, 3 cans.
Alright guys, so these are cool to touch now. I've lost my help filming, so you're going to have to bear along. But I want you to be able to see when we open these. Inside here is some very, very fine charcoal. And if you take a piece of that out, and you strike that with your ferro rod, let's see, let me get a bigger piece here that you can see. just one strike gives you an ember. Yes. As you can see there, it's glowing pretty good. That'll focus. And that, my friends, is how you make charcoal. Put that in the fire. So, thanks for checking us out. You know, this is one of our first videos we're going to do, and there'll be several more like this to come along. If you have any questions or comments, leave us some there in the comments. We'll see what we can do to answer. If you got any suggestions to improve our skills, let us know. We're always looking for ways to improve. You know, get out there and enjoy the outdoors. Have fun.